Hi guys, my name is Yulia and here I'm gonna tell you about modeling in Turkey, in Istanbul. I'm gonna tell you pros and cons of modeling here. We will talk about the castings, about the shootings and all this stuff. But let us settle at once. I'm gonna tell about my personal experience and it can be totally different than yours. Okay, let's start from the fact that it's a Turkey, okay? And please do not try to find any logic here because you will not find it. It's totally different country from yours with its own features. Turkey is a hot country, literally and figuratively. Blah. People here are cheerful, friendly and open, as I can see, especially with foreigners. They are always interested which country you're from and they are trying to say something in your language. But it's not like, hey girl, what are you doing tonight? No, this kind of experience I didn't have, but probably because I'm not party person, you know, and I'm not going to some bars and clubs, especially alone. And I have little advice to the girls, please be careful with this kind of parties. I sound like a grandmother right now, but it doesn't matter which country you're in, just be careful with that, okay? Okay, what advantages did I find here? Well, first, I think the most advantage of modeling is nice opportunities to travel, to explore new countries, new cultures, new languages as well. Of course, it's a nice opportunity to meet a lot of nice people who is thinking the same way as you think and who totally understands you. Well, now what about Turkey is you may earn really nice money here because there are a lot of shootings every day. Of course, it depends on the agency you're in and also on your own rate level, and mostly I think it depends on luck or planets in universe. For sure, I don't know, because I don't know any other reason why sometimes I have a lot of shootings in a row, but sometimes my schedule is almost empty. I don't know. Okay, next, there are lots of nice local brands like Mavi, Cotton, LC Waikiki, Network, and I'm gonna write some of them here as well. One more thing that I like here is the diversity of jobs. Yes, of course, there are lots of e-com shootings which you're doing in front of the white wall, but also there are lots of campaign shootings, there are lots of commercials and hotel shootings, which are one of my favorites, because hotel shooting means you have little journey to some beautiful town in the south of Turkey. You will be kind of guest of this hotel, enjoying the sun, the sea and aesthetic of this place, but still remembering that you are on the shooting. Also, there are half-day shootings. For example, once they booked me to shoot just 2 t-shirts. It's not that often, by the way, but it happens. Okay, next advantage is that you don't have to go to the castings by yourself. Each agency here has driver who picks up girls and carefully take them to castings and jobs. Hi, the best driver, SR. But it can be as a huge advantage and also it can be big disadvantage. I'm gonna tell about it a little bit later. Okay, now not significant, but still advantage is that there is not that bad services by Beauty Pass. Beauty Pass is application which collaborates with models and they provide in services from gyms, from coffee shops, from restaurants, from some clinics in exchange of content in Instagram, even if you don't have lots of followers. I know it's not that big advantage, but still it's advantage, right? Maybe your agency do not give you enough pocket money for living and you may use this opportunity as well. Why not? By the way, about pocket money, here each agency has its own amount of pocket money and mostly it's not enough for living, to tell the truth. That's why I think it doesn't matter again which country you're going to. It's better to have your own money to be confident in case of something, in emergency situations, or just simply to explore the city, to walk around, to take taxi, to go to restaurant, to buy good products and so on. Okay, the next advantage for me is here they don't ask you to lose weight. Yes, I know. Once my agency wrote me like, Yulia, please do not lose weight, eat more. Of course, I were happy to get this message, but at first you have to ask yourself and ask your body if you want to do it or if you don't. It is the most important fact. You have to stay healthy, but do not listen to someone. It doesn't matter who agency or your husband, boyfriend or someone. You have to listen to yourself about your appearance. Well, here, as I understand, they like healthy body type, not too much skinny. And also, since there are lots of shootings for underwear, they like boobs and they like sporty butts. So if you have it, welcome. So I mean, if you have hips more than 90, here is totally okay. I don't like the wind. I'm sorry for wind if you can hear it, but it's such a problem for me today to find location. What about disadvantages? Let's go. The most disadvantage for me, as I already said, are castings. Why? Because yes, that's super nice that driver picks you up and you don't have to think about anything. You just need to sit in the car, read your book or listen to audiobook, or I don't know, edit video if you're a YouTuber, for example. It means you have a lot of time for things that normally you don't have time for. But at the same time, your activities are limited by this car, you know? You cannot do a lot of stuff being in the car. That's why, yes, you're spending whole day for castings, and even when casting is not for you, you still have to go there. Why? Because there are often selected castings. For example, you're going far away from your home, and when you arrive, you realize that it's a selected casting and you're not in the list, and you're asking yourself like, what the I am doing here? And this is also the stuff that I was angry for, especially the first time, and I thought it's super not logical. But then I understand what agency can do. Like, they don't have personal driver for each girl, right? That's why, yeah, all the girls going to the all castings all together and getting angry on this. But what can I say? Please don't be angry. If you come here for a job, take your positive mood, take your energy, take some snacks in the car, keep yourself busy by something. In this case, you will not feel that you're wasting your time during the castings. And one more thing that I don't like about the castings here is like, guys, for example, you have your own brand, your own company, you know your positioning on the market, you know which type of models doing the best sales for you. So why do you need doing casting for all of us if you know all these specific parameters of the shooting? This I really don't understand. I don't understand why not all castings are selected. It would be just perfect. You may check the website and choose the models. La 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 la. Okay, next minus, but it's like kind of personal and super subjective, if I can say like this. Turkish style and my style are sometimes totally different. I'm talking about makeup, I'm talking about light settings, and I'm talking about clothes sometimes. There are lots of really nice brands and I have no questions inside my head during the shooting, but sometimes there is no connection, brand or photographer or makeup artist. But it's, as I already said, it's my personal thoughts and it's totally okay. We all have different tastes, but of course I'm gonna change location. And it's such a pleasure for me when I have shooting with the people which are thinking the same way, which have the same taste about the makeup, about the hair, about the posing, about the light settings, light tools, about everything. When you have totally connection with the team. Perfect. Love. I want this every time. The next disadvantage is, and I can see it very often here, is that makeup artists using dirty brushes. It's totally not okay for me, guys, and I don't want to have some problems with my skin after using someone's brushes, because here they're using brushes for you, then during your shooting they may use it for themselves, then if someone new comes they may use it for everyone. So this kind of stuff should be personal. I already had some problems with my skin, and of course it can be anything, it can be air, it can be cosmetics as well. I don't want to have these problems anymore. That's why I'm bringing my own brushes with me, and by the way, makeup artists are okay with this, so every time they say of course no problem. Okay, and well, in general I cannot say that I'm working here like a lot if compared with the girls from our agency or from the other agencies, but since I'm living here I'm not sure that I'm ready to have shootings like every day. Of course, like the same time I'd like to have it more. I'm like in Lagom right now. I mean, it's kind of enough, but could be better. And here in the middle of my note I didn't find the place where should I say it. Okay, let's say it right now. It doesn't matter which country you're in, but your positive mood and your energy should follow you wherever you go. I think this is the most important in model. It's not about eye color, it's not about hair color, shape of body or something like this, especially on the castings. It will help you to get jobs and to connect with the people, to make new acquaintances. Okay, now about the rates. I don't like the light here, I don't like how it sounds. I'm so positive, as you can see. Okay, let's sit. Okay, yeah, light is not perfect as well, but who cares, right? At least there is no wind. Okay, about the rates. So here in Turkey, there are different rates. I think the highest rates, as I think, are in agencies Flash, Ice, Tanks, True, and Damat. It's for men, as I understand. Here I cannot say for sure. But again, whatever agency you're in, you put your own minimum rate, you discuss it with agency, and then agency will push you to the jobs based on these rates. But now there are a lot of really nice agencies, and there are lots of girls and boys, and all of them are really nice and beautiful. It's very high competition here, but some agencies are agree to get jobs by lower rates, and they dumping the market by this, and of course clients are happy about this, and in this case you may lose your job. As I can see, mostly girls and boys here are from Russia, from Ukraine, from Brazil, and also from Europe is from Germany and from Holland. And by the way, once we had shooting with the girl from Holland, and she was telling me like she didn't know Turkish market at all, and she didn't plan to go to Turkey, but she had a guarantee here, and she decided, okay, I will come to Turkey, I will check if it's my market or not, and even if I will not earn something, okay, it's fine, I will just check. But in the end of her stay here, she earned really nice money. So if you're thinking about Turkey and you don't know if it worth or no to come here, first you may ask guarantee from your agency. Then the second, you may come here just for not that long period, for example for 1 month, to check if it's your market or not. And if it's not, every time you may go back. And if it's your market and you have a lot of shootings here, just let's go. Okay, castings, how it is going here. As I already said, each agency has a driver picks you up, and whole day you're going around Istanbul, watching beautiful views and doing your own stuff, listening to music or talking with the girls or doing whatever you want. Normally there is no lunch, so it's better to take your food with you, or you may grab something in the cafe next to casting. If for example now it's selected castings and you're not in the list, you may go to cafe to eat there or take food with you to the car. Normally castings are going fast, it takes longer time to get there. Usually clients are cheerful, often they offer you some coffee or tea or some sweets or water. They may ask you to try some items from their collection to check how it fits, then take a picture and go to the next casting. What about the castings? You know, it's kind of a lottery. That's why it's better to not be too much focused on this, because really not a lot of things depends on you. And while you are not on the set, do not think about it. You are on the castings, you showed your personality and your energy and your positive mood to the client, and forget about this. Because you know, I had bad experience of expectation, something from casting. I will explain. I had called back for some airlines without names, okay? And they me up, to tell the truth. Like, they did call back for me twice. They already did fitting for me, so I already tried this uniform. They already did makeup, which will be on set. Actually, I were not happy about how I were acting there. Anyway, I did it and I thought, okay, it's not my commercial, okay, I just forget. But then in few weeks they text me like, hi Julia, could you please send us your documents since we are shooting in the real airport, in the real plane, blah blah blah. I was thinking, oh nice, okay, I'm sending documents, and then few days silence, like no answer, nothing. And I'm texting like, hey, come on, how are you, let's go. And they said like, oh, we would like to work with you, but unfortunately client decided to take real stewardess for that role. What could I do? I did all my best there. Then client, director, stylist, there are lots of staff who make a decision about this. So, you know, it's better to not hope and to get it than to hope and not get. But I'm still kind of angry on this production, you know? Okay, how to get dressed to the casting. I don't know for who I'm recording this video, like for beginner models or not beginner models. Anyway, I will say, it doesn't matter which country you're in. It's better to dress tight-fitting top, tight-fitting jeans, and take high heels with you. But I don't like tight clothes. I prefer oversized, and mostly I'm wearing the clothes that are comfortable for me. And there is no any problem for clients, by the way. For example, now I'm in tight clothes and it's kind of not my style. Clients also do not care if you're on high heels or if you have flat shoes, because if they want to see you on the high heels, normally they have their own high heels and they will give it to you. Of course, on the castings you need your comp card, your composite card. This is my composite card. And then you take your positive mood, your energy, if you have this. If you don't, you should try to find it, and then sit in the car and go to castings. Okay, the jobs. If they book you for the job, congratulations. One day before the shooting, you will get the message with the shooting details. It's gonna be brand name, it's gonna be location, it's gonna be rate, it's gonna be pickup time. Pickup time means this time you should be ready with clean face, clean hair, nice manicure and pedicure, skin color underwear, if you didn't know that. Also, as I already said, I'm taking my brushes with me, and also I'm taking thermal protection for hair. Then you arrive to location. Normally, I don't know if it's only with me or all the models, that they are arrived one of the first to the location, and actually I don't like it at all. And then for sure you will have breakfast. Sometimes they ask you what you prefer for breakfast, but mostly they just serving classic Turkish breakfast. It means there will be eggs, veggies, cheese. Simit is it's a traditional Turkish bun. Then it's gonna be sauces, jams, chai, coffee. Perfect. Then we're doing makeup, we're doing hair, checking the light, and let's go. Like, nothing special here. And again, I don't think you have to show your negative emotions about the clothes, especially if the client is right here. I mean, yes, it's very often when my taste is also not the same with the client, but I will not say like, oh my god, I will not shoot this, because I heard that one girl did that and I was a little bit shocked. Like, what? You just need to do it good and forget about it. Of course, if it doesn't violate your boundaries, you know, if they don't give you bra with open nipples or some super sexy dress that you're not ready to shoot, of course, in this case, you should say no immediately to write to your agency, and the agency will deal with this without all these emotions that are burning inside you right now. Okay, then normally it's lunchtime. Lunchtime, they always ask what you prefer, if you're vegetarian or no. After lunch, we're fixing makeup, we're fixing hair, and continue the shooting. Yeah, that's so interesting. After lunch, they often like to treat you with some cakes, chocolate, baklava. That is so sweet, but guys, be careful. Normally, they finish shooting in time, but if you can see that your shooting time is almost finished, but the client do not want to stop, you should take a pause to write to your agency about overtime. But here I didn't meet overtime that often. I mean, 15 minutes, it's not overtime here. Overtime is like kind of magic word here. But once I had shooting with overtime, but there was a client who respect your time, and she said, don't worry, Yulia, I already wrote to your agency and it's gonna be fine. Okay, in the end of the shooting, driver picks you up and takes you home to model apartments. About model apartments, to tell the truth, I don't know what happens in these model apartments since we're renting our own apartment here, but girls are telling me what's going on there. Such a fun life you have in model apartments. No. I was talking with a lot of girls here, and all the girls from different agencies, they tell me like the most disadvantage of these model apartments is not enough bathroom there. And yes, I can understand. Okay, no way I did this. No birds, no dogs, no teenagers, no wind in the end of my video. Thank you everyone so much for participating. I think I told a lot about modeling in Turkey. If I didn't tell something, or if you have any questions, you may write me in the comments below. I will try to answer it. And also I have questions to the models who is watching me right now. Could you please write me in the comments the best country for direct bookings if you're doing this? If you're not, but you have your favorite country for modeling, please write it in the comments. It will be very interesting for me to read it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoy it. like if yes and like if no. Bye. No way.